Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining me on this episode of Sis It's Just Not God's Best for You Self Actualize and Shine podcast show with your host, me, Cinquetta. And today we have a special guest, y'all. I told y'all we was coming back with the heat. You know, this Yandy and Mendeecees situation is just a topic that just keeps on coming on. Every time, I think I'm done with the situation, I'm done with the topic, something else happens, like a new discovery, a new involvement. But this time, I decided, let's bring on a guy to get a guy's perspective. We all know how most of the women feel. We all know that the women feel like, dang, Mendeecees trying to play Yandy. But it's going to be good to hear another side of the story from a male perspective. So today I have a special guest. This is Isaiah Lee. What can I say about you, Isaiah? Production, videographer extraordinaire. Like, tell the people a little bit about yourself, Isaiah.
Everything in one. I own a brand motivated by losses. I do music, photography, videography, websites, graphics, play drums, piano. It's a lot. I work.
Yes.
So everything in one.
Yes. So this is my boy Isaiah. He got it going on. So just wanted to remind y'all what we're talking about today. It's like, would you hold a man down? You be the woman. Would you hold a man down? Yes or no? And then for a guy, would you hold a woman down if she did it for you? So Isaiah, I had to bring you on because of, the Instagram comment that you told me about the situation. So you said that you can see why he said what he said,
Right.
but you say you think that was basically saying he wouldn't know what to do unless he was in that situation himself.
Yeah.
So elaborate more. So are you telling me that you agree with what Mendeecees said? You support what he did?
No, I'm not saying what he did was right. Just in my opinion, you don't know what you're gonna do unless you get in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And I actually looked at her Twitter comments and somebody was saying that she chose to stay. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's false. I don't get into that type of stuff.
Right.
If you choose to stay and then, homie has a whole different mindset, you can't really get mad on what he's thinking about.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Yes, I see what you're saying, but I also was thinking like, okay, clearly we know Yandy's like a good girl. So
Right.
she's not probably going to go to jail. So in a way, I felt like she was saying hypothetically, if I'm down, will you help me too? Like, let's say she gets sick, God forbid, and she can't work. Will he hold her down? So is he trying to say like, no, he don't know because he's not in that situation? I feel like she just wanted to hear him say like, I got you, come hell or high water, good or bad. And I felt like he let her down in that moment,
Yeah, that is true. I just feel like I don't know anybody you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she chose to do that, which was cool for sure. That's straight. See, like if I had a lady and she was like, yo, would you hold me down in this situation? I could say, yeah, for sure. But then also in my brain, I could be like, I don't know. But I kind of see what you're saying. Though. As a man, you're supposed to kind of be like, bro, that's, hold your lady down. Like you can't just be out here because a lot of women already expect us to cheat and do all the extra stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, being in jail, that's a long time. However long he was locked up for, and she was out here just chilling. And then I think he said, I seen something that said, I think I was talking to you or somebody, and he was like, yeah, you ain't email me. I'm like, bro, she calls you every day. He's like, but you ain't email me. I'm like, come on, bro. It ain't either way you get in a conversation. She say, oh yeah, he don't talk or you don't email me like that. I'm like, man. For me personally, I kind of agree with what you're saying, but then I'm like, you don't know what he would do.
Okay, but let's take the jail out of it.
I bet.
Like I said, let's say it was a different situation, like she couldn't work.
Mm.
You then what? Like that's all I think that it was about. Like, will you help in my worst situation? Will you be there for me? Like, regardless of what it is.
And I think also he said something about trauma too. He said that I think his mom left him, so he used to everybody and he dealt with it. So he used to everybody leaving. Mm-hmm. And I get that, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, it's a whole different ball game outside of your family that done left you.
Mm-hmm.
Then, and if he was sick, that that depends. Like, how sick is you? That sounds so crazy to say, but it's like, me personally, me personally, I would hold my lady down. But in his case, he probably like, how sick are you really? Like, are you about to die tomorrow or no?
See, and with that, don't you feel like maybe he don't like her like that? Because I feel like if you're really in love with somebody, you care about them, you're gonna want to alleviate their burdens. You're gonna want to make it easy, like try to like help them out as much as humanly possible. You know what I mean? Without a question. Like, yeah, if you sick, it don't matter. If you sick, we sick. We in this together. So that's the part that kind of got me. I'm like, maybe he really just don't like her like that. Because I'm pretty sure if it was like Beyonce or somebody, like somebody that really he really liked, he would do it. And I could be wrong, but I felt like he just really don't like her like that.
I mean, I got a homie that's married, and him and his wife, they ain't even really too tight like that. But they stuck together, and he's just dealing with it. So maybe that's what he doing. Maybe he just like, all right, I got the ring on the finger. I'm here. Me personally, I wouldn't help you get sick like that, but I got the ring, so I got to do it. So, like I said, maybe you actually might be right. I did have a debate, but now that you're saying that, I'm like, you know what? You actually might be right.
Now, it's not a debate. You can help me to see it from a different side as well. Like that's why you're here as a guy, you know?
Cool.
So it's almost like who's a woman in your life that you really care for now? And it could be
uh,
family member, like, and it could be a
uh,
best friend. It could be anybody, but
it
it
was
gotta be a woman.
it was a close friend. Put it like that. At a point.
Okay. So if she got bent up in a situation, she like, can you, can you do this for me?
Oh no, I
Would you
did it.
do it?
I
Huh?
did it.
Exactly.
It really
And
happened. I
why?
did it. Huh?
Right.
Yeah, I did it.
Without a question, probably, right? Because you really care about her.
Yeah, I did it. Couple things.
So that's what we're saying. Like the fact
Hmm.
that like they're married, they got kids together, and he didn't say that he would. It's kind of like, ugh.
But do
Like
we
I was
really
talking
know
to
what's
my friend.
going? Do we know what's going on their side? Like, do we really know like what's really going on outside of what we seeing on TV and whatever else, however else people be watching them?
Hmm.
So we really might be like, he really like probably wouldn't hold her down because of this. You know what I'm saying, we only know she went to jail, or I mean, saying he went to jail and whatever else. But do we really know what's really going on? You know what I'm
What
saying?
else could that? What else could be a reason why he
We
wouldn't?
don't know.
Just
That's what I'm saying.
hypothetically. No, just like hypothetically.
I mean, you got the infidelity, you got the cheating. If they doing that,
Okay,
I'm
I see.
saying you got, her might be doing something on the side. He might do something on the. I mean, we don't know what's going on. That's why when it comes to celebrity couples, I don't get into that stuff because I'm like, I'm not about to figure this out because I don't even know these people.
Right.
Yeah, but if we talking real life or regular people, it's like, yo, to us, it's like, hang, bro, you should be holding her down. But then again, we don't know what's up. I'm saying,
Could be.
I mean, like, let's hypothetically say you might have a boyfriend. Nobody knows that except you and the dude. And then when y'all take pictures, be coloring and everything. But then in real life, it's a whole different ball game. And then people are
Hmm.
going off of what they seeing versus what's reality. I'm saying, and that's what I feel like in the internet or even the world. That's why when it comes to couples and these type of things, a lot of people shouldn't. A lot of people aren't qualified to comment on these things because we just want something to stir up, just to think. I'll give you a perfect example. Like I remember when I was a kid, you probably did this too. Like you ever just looked at TV or something as a child and was like, dang, I wonder what's really happening. Oh, I know this is really happening, but it's really not. Like it looked like it's something, but it's really not. That's what I think is going on with this situation. It's like, yo, he should be holding her down because they're married.
Hmm.
But I got a homie that's married and that ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? He like Kevin Samuel's twin. But we not about to get into that either. Straight up. So, but that's just my opinion on the situation. But you did help me see a woman's side of things. Like, okay, you supposed to hold it down. But let's be real, the average man don't. You know what I'm saying? The
But
average
you
man,
gave me a different perspective as well. Like I never thought about that. Like he may have his reasons to. Like maybe there has been infidelity in the past. Maybe it's stuff we don't know. Maybe she spent his money and buying his back or something. He holding against her. I never thought about that. But let's say none of that stuff is happening. Like she
Uh-huh.
was a great girlfriend, a great wife, never cheated, never did nothing.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't he not hold her down?
All right. Perfect example, right? Me, I live off of characters more on principles, right? It has to do with his character and his principles and his morals. You know what I'm saying? So if his character, I'm not saying I don't know dude, but I'm just hypothetically saying if his character is a person that don't hold people down or really be like that, then he ain't got no problem telling her, nah, I'm really not gonna do that. Because that's really who he is. You know what I'm
And
saying?
okay.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I actually read something somewhere. Like I said, I read it, so I don't know if it's true. But it was a situation with him and Cameron, I think, and Jim Jones. One of them guys he beefing with, but he had an issue with them. And he did something wrong with them and they not rocking with him. And now he with his lady and they not really rocking supposedly. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, like I say all the time, and I tell all my friends, I tell everybody, like me personally, that whole trust factor, I trust everybody. And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you, it's gonna sound crazy, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I trust you to be what you say. Like, oh, all right, well, if I did this, all right, cool. Did this, cool. But when it comes to your character, like, what are you about? Like, can I really judge your character? Like, all right, yo, I'm a nice person, but I just robbed you. Dang, bro, I can't say I can't trust you. But it's like, yo, you kind of, your character kind of fishy now. Now I don't know if I could really trust who you really are. Character,
Mm-hmm.
it's weird. It's my brain is a little bit weirder than the average person. You know what I'm saying?
Now it kind of makes sense. You trust everybody probably because I feel like I read this or heard this somewhere.
Right.
We kind of see the world as we see ourselves. So the fact that
Yeah.
you trust people lets me kind of know hearing that is because you're probably a trustworthy person, God. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you will see the good out of people because you're good. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people that sometimes be like, some like most. That's why everybody's a liar. That you're probably a liar. That's how come you see the
That's
world
what I'm
in
saying.
that kind of
Exactly.
view. So you think everybody's like that. So I don't think you're weird. I don't think that's weird. It makes perfect sense to
Exactly. So if you're
me.
a trustworthy person, your mindset is everybody's trustworthy, but you read characters. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
You judge characters. And I look at things like, okay, if this is really your character of how you're doing this, I can't be around you physically. I could be around you physically, like, hey, what's up, homie? Yada, yada, yada. Spiritually, God wise, I'm like, you disrupt my spirit God wise. I'm gonna be real with you. I believe in God 1,000%. I said on here, I don't subscribe to the whole spirit thing of the world. I don't care about none of that. It's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how are you going to move forward from what you just did? Me personally, I believe everybody deserves a second, third, fourth, fifth chance because God gave us that. So why can't we give other people that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm,
I'll
okay.
be clear. I know that sounds crazy, but you got to think about this. I know people personally that say, yo, I don't trust nobody. You don't trust nobody, but you have friends. You're trusting somebody to be your friend. Maybe that sounds crazy, but just in my mind, trust is like, if I don't trust you, I don't want to be around you because I don't know what you about to do. But
Mhm.
then again, like I said, people are different. I don't know. I don't see the bad in people. Because when you start seeing the bad in people, it's just like, that's all you expect. Man, you could be the best friends. I had the greatest conversation with you forever. As soon as I do something wrong, that's your true colors. So I wasn't a good person for 5, 6 years, and all of a
Uh,
sudden did something wrong. You
that's
know
true.
what
I do understand what you're saying. It makes perfect sense. So we got some comments. So I'm just gonna put
I'm
them up on the screen really quick. Hey
saying?
Brittany
Oh,
girl,
what up?
hey. So Brittany said hello.
What up? What up?
And we have Shanique in the house as well. Hey Shanika girl.
What's going on? What's happening, Joe? And that's how I feel about the whole Mendeecees thing. It's like maybe his trustworthy is just maybe his trust is just like I can't trust you no more.
Okay. Yes.
People,
And I like what you said too.
right?
So remember you brought up the situation between like him and Cameron or Jim Jones or something like
Yeah.
that. So I think that's a part of dating that we kind of miss out. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Sometimes we think people are going to treat us differently when we're in a relationship, but
right.
we may have seen them moving like the same way before they got in a relationship with you. So it's almost to me like, can she really be surprised? Like you said, his character was already kind of out there to begin with.
He was
So
dealing
how
with.
could she expect loyalty from somebody that didn't show loyalty before then? Now when I'm thinking about it, so
Yeah. And it's
so
crazy.
Marcus, say it
Mark,
again.
you trust people to be who they going to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. You trust who they're gonna
very
be.
well said. Very well said.
DMX said it before he passed in the interview. He said, "Trust a liar to be a liar. Trust the person." He said, "Trust a liar to be a liar. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna trust them to do that because that's what they're showing." He's like, "All right, I trust you to lie. I'm not gonna like not be your friend, but I just know that you do that." You
There
saying,
you
oh,
go. Yeah, right. You can't expect too much more than what a person is going to give you. So that's my thing. So Brittany said trust comes about when you ask the right questions. Hello.
so,
I feel like I just was talking about that as well. Like, well, y'all gonna see on my Instagram, but I made a post. I was on some content planning, trying to be on top of it. But I made a post to say, like, you wouldn't give the keys to your house to a stranger, but a lot of times we do that with our heart, with our feelings, with our emotions. We
fact,
really don't know these people that we say that we like or we love. We don't ask questions. We don't really get in deep or whatever. We're just like in love with the fantasy kind of. So I feel like if you wouldn't trust your valuable home to a stranger, you should feel that way, if not much more, about your heart and your feelings. You know what I mean? All this
mhm.
stuff in my house can be replaced, but it's going to take a lot of work to get my feelings back in line. You know what I mean? It's going to take a lot of healing. So I'm like, guard your heart by asking the right questions, like really get to know a person. And I feel like Yandy could have like the thing about it too, to me, did you hear when Yandy said like what stuck out to me was when she said he finally admitted. And I said, "Oh, so she already thought this her in her mind. She already felt like he wouldn't hold her down. You know what I mean? So that's something that was already in her mind, probably because she did see his character before, but chose to ignore it. And I feel like a lot of women do that too.
That's I'm about
Men
to say.
probably do as well,
I was about
huh?
to agree with you 1,000%. That's what I'm saying. Even in a relationship, them, whoever, that's what people have to stop doing. Like when you get into a relationship with somebody, don't think in
Mhm.
their brain, all right, they're gonna do me wrong. Then as soon as you do you wrong, I knew you was like that.
Mm.
No, you thought process. All I did was say hi, and all of a sudden you want to flip out. I'm
Mhm,
saying
mhm,
that's why like some relationships that I build with not just like women or men or business wise, I don't go into business or relationships with friends like they're going to do this. I'd rather
mhm,
be their friend for years, give them the vibe, how I vibe with them, and then if I see something, I don't really like that, but you are a good person, but I just can't deal with this. But if I physically see you, I'll shake your hand, but I just can't because that's gonna mess my spirit up. Like,
mhm,
it's gonna make me feel some type of like, man, that's and it's like my friend was telling me the other day, soul ties is real. Like, really, like when you hang out with certain people, you really start to pick up on like you might hang out with somebody that make you mad during the day. You might get mad. You come home, kick it with your mom or whoever, you just start getting angry out of nowhere. 9 times out of 10 is because you was hanging with this individual that their spirit got on you to a point where it's like they make you mad fast. So with Yen,
mhm,
it's like she said she already admitted it. So you had this in your brain already. You
mhm,
understand? It's like he's held this over his head to the perfect time to say, "Yo, you're this." Dang, so I can't. It's what I'm saying. People don't want people to change. I don't care. I've noticed that a lot of people don't want people to change, and that's we got to break that as just humans, not black people, but humans. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that more.
What
Explain that
people need
about
to change?
people. Hmm.
All right. So it's like to me personally, it's like saying, all right, I know you're this type of person. Boom, you do something wrong. I'm gonna hold it over your head. We over it, but I'm gonna hold it over your head just in case. 3, 4 months down the line, something else happened. Oh yeah, you just did this back in this time. Man,
Hmm.
all right, we over it. 3, 4 months down. This isn't this. And now it's like, yo, you just gonna keep holding this over my head, no matter how much I showed you I changed. You
I
still
see.
gonna see me as XYZ 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say that's gotta stop because, and let's be real, like, people that's been to jail, wherever the case is in front of the court cases, they know how it is. You got, you might get like a felony, misdemeanor, etc. And it's gonna follow you for the rest of your life or however long it's gonna follow you for. And even when
Mhm.
you changed your life, it's still going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the same thing in relationships. It's some people make it, they still want it to follow. They don't want you to, people don't want you to change.
Okay, I see what you mean. In
You know what I'm
that
saying?
case, I do agree. When you forgive somebody, forgive them all the way. And when
Yeah.
you forgive them all the way, also means like you have to forget and don't put it over their head because if you make a mistake and you're truly sorry, you wouldn't want somebody to keep putting it over your head too. So I
Mm-hmm.
do agree with you on that. But to me, I had to look at it from the other side. I felt like Yandy was saying that, like, oh, he finally admitted it because people
Right.
was already in her ear telling her that. Like, I feel like she was the one that was like, yes, Mendeecees will hold me down. Girl, what you saying? Yes, he will.
Hmm.
But I feel like it was the other people that was in her brain that was telling her otherwise. Like, girl, are you sure? Because I feel like she said that. She said something like that. Because people were saying, will he do the same thing for you? So I feel like it was the people around her that kind of put it in her head, not herself. And I feel like she probably felt like, dang, they was right. He finally proved them right. You know what I mean? I don't think that she was holding over his head, or
No,
that's not the vibe I got. But.
that's not. I'm saying that's a super fact. I guarantee you that's exactly what happened. Because she was probably all. Because I mean, I seen the pictures before. She was all happy, go lucky, like, oh yeah, he's coming home. He's excited. And all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, oh yeah, he might be XYZ 1 2 3. Now next thing you know, like you said, oh he was this type of person. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Like not even with her, but just people in general. Anybody that's watching this, we have to learn to stay on our thought process, no matter what somebody's telling you. That's what a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't learn. A lot of people, oh yeah, man, they like me, this and this. They don't really. Somebody tell you they don't really like you. They don't really want to be cool with you. They gonna mess up and watch what happens. Somebody mess up. Oh, you really was telling. You really was right. Like, bro, I'm saying, can't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like somebody saying to you, I was don't be cool with saying quit. She's this and this. Somebody from down the street just told me that. I'm like, listen, I talk to her often here and there. Her character's not bad, so I'm not about to tell you what, I'm about to listen to what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand that you have to find out people for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's like watching a movie. Yo, this movie is trash. But you might watch the movie and like it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
That is very true because a lot of people did not like Mariah Carey's Glitter, but that's my movie.
See
Like
my
I
point?
really
You know
liked
what I'm
it. So yes, you can't go by what people say.
saying?
So Marcus says some people can't accept those that continue to grow from their mistakes.
Yeah. Fact up,
Yeah,
shout out
some
to man Marcus.
yeah, some people can't. But you're right about standing flat footed.
Right.
And when it comes to what you have in your mind, because you know how they say like don't tell your friends and stuff the argument that you had with your man or your girlfriend because they gonna still be mad at him or her after you done forgave him or her, you know. So it's best to keep stuff like that to yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't share all the problems, all the situations, because people will throw that back up in your face. Like, girl, I remember when he did X, Y, and Z. You gonna take that? Ain't this the second time cheating? Like they're gonna say that. So it's more so like you do have to keep it in your heart to live life for you.
Yeah.
But in a way, I kind of appreciated that she had people in her voice in her ear telling her like, "Yandy, are you sure you're going too hard?" Because sometimes we are guilty of that. We can over like somebody because we're in it, and then the people outside of us can kind of like see what we can't see. So I kind of appreciate that she does have people in her corner telling her like, "Slow down. Are you sure are you sure he may not do the same thing for you?" So I kind of appreciate I like that she had people in her ear.
Mm.
People be in my ear. I don't know. I guess I'm that type of person that's just like if you see me about to fall off a cliff, tell me it's okay. Like I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to fall. So tell me. But some people don't want to know because they're just too far deep in. They
In the
just don't
Bible,
even care.
in the Bible, it say seek wise counsel. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, it sound crazy, but the average person that tells you, yo, are you sure this is going to happen? Are you sure that they love you? That's because that happened to them. So
Mm.
what's happening is, since it happened to them, they're going to put that whole, man, listen, it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to happen to you. No, the situation, the same situation may have happened, but you didn't handle it right.
Mhm.
I handled the situation right. That's why me and my partner were still working things out. You know what I'm saying? That's why you and your partner is going through something. And so with me, that's why I stand 10 toes on everything I say and do and have my own mindset. Because at the end of the day, me and you are two different people. We go through the same thing, but we two different people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that. So like I said, it's like you said, it's with Yandy, she might have had people in her ear for sure. But just my opinion, I feel like she should have said, yo, No, he gonna hold me down. This and this. Boom. And then if he'd have sat here and said, "Yo," like he said on TV, I don't know if I'm really gonna do it like that. Understandable. Boom. I'm pretty sure after that. Matter of fact, he posted a picture. I think he posted something on was it onsite.com or something. He posted something up saying that's not what I meant. Yada 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 whatever. But you got to think about it. There's about, let's just hypothetically say 3 million people watch that show, right? You got 3 million people watching the show. You're clearing something up for 3 million people. You don't even know you don't even know these 3 million people, but you're clearing it up for 3 million people. And a lot of people are clearing things up for approval of other individuals when they should be clear it up between you and God and whoever the individual is, and you're good to go. Let people think what they think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's good because people gonna think what they're gonna think regardless. And like you said, for for him, he cleared it up for 3 million people. But for us regular people, the 3 million people could be like 30 people, which is your friends
Yeah,
and family. So like it's the same thing. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. Like as long as Yandy know what it is, or you and your whoever know what it is, that's all that matters.
do you really? Let's
Yes,
be real.
do you?
You feel, let's be real. Even though he cleared it up, quote unquote, do you
Mhm.
really think he cleared it up? Like, do you really think they cleared? Do you really think people care that he cleared this up?
Yeah,
Really?
no. He should have,
No.
like you said, stayed 10 toes down on what he said. I said what I said.
That's like
I
when
don't
people.
know.
That's like when people get in drama. They be like, "Who was it? What they do? What are you gonna do if I tell you? Nothing.
Mhm.
You ain't gonna do nothing if I tell you." You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yes.
Hey, okay, she say, how is it going? All right, cool. All is well. Meanwhile, you and the relationship falling apart is a part of life. That's true. Things are
Hmm.
falling in life. You know what I'm saying? It's how you, I mean, you can bounce back from anything. You know what I'm saying? But like depends. It really depends when falling apart of life and relationship, that's a deep thing. But
That's a
hey,
good point. Okay, that's a good segue too. What do you think that Yandy should do with this information now? I was talking to my friend about it, and I just said Yandy ain't going nowhere. She done invested too much. They in a relationship, they got kids. So even though he said what he said, because a lot of people was talking big in the shade room comments. I would have divorced him. I would have left
no, you wouldn't.
him. I would have called his parole person and have him
No,
go back to. You wasn't going.
you
Y'all ain't
wasn't.
going.
No, you
The
wasn't.
some women may have like geez like no I'm kidding, but some
Yeah,
women may have, but
yeah.
for the most part y'all not. You
You
hear
just,
something like that, you just gonna probably cry because you're embarrassed or you hurt or whatever, but you're gonna try to stick it through.
yeah,
So what do you think Yandy should do with that information now? Like
now that she knows what's going on, put
mm-hmm,
him aside, take him home, talk to him, be like, listen, what do you mean when you said that?
mm-hmm,
Oh, um, I mean this. I mean this and this and this. Like, just give an example. Like, I mean this, and this and this. Okay, this what you really mean? Let's try to work on this. Well, why did you say that you was gonna not really rock out with me? Well, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, let's be real.
you
I'm
don't.
pretty sure where he's from or wherever anybody else is from, the hood, whatever, when you know how it is, when your significant other goes to jail, mainly a man, the guy is like, oh yeah, you gonna hold me down, this and this, and the girl really gonna be there. They gonna hold her
Mm-hmm.
down, or they might think, no, somebody else is messing around with my chick. When it comes now the other way around, it's like, dang, would I really cheat on my girl? Would I really do this and this if my girl, yeah, I mean, had 2, 3, 4 years? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. I feel like she should just go to him and be like, listen, what did you really mean? And then when he explains it, they figure it out and they call it a day. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Let's be real. I guarantee you that show was shot maybe, let's just have to say the show was shot 4 months ago.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Uh-huh.
4 months ago, I guarantee you they talked about it already. I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you they figured this out. They just aired the show. And
Yep.
now people are watching it. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. We don't, that's why me personally, I don't get in people's business, famous or not. We don't know what somebody's talked about 2 hours ago. You know how girls can really be saying, I hate dudes, yada, 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 and you mess around and be cuddled with your boyfriend while you typing this on the internet. You know, it's the same thing.
Very, very true. I said the same thing. I was like, oh, she forgave him because, like you said, this show was old and they
Yeah.
still on Instagram posting pictures together. So, like you said, they had already did that. So, but today they posting pictures together. So, They must have worked it out. But I like this comment that Bree made. Like, it was really, really good. We're supposed to learn from the experience of others, but not take it as law. That is very good. That's a
Right.
very good perspective and very good way to think about it. But some things I feel like are laws. I don't know. Uh, it's very rare that the exception to the rule changes. Kinda, you know what I mean? Like, I I don't know. No,
I'm
I'm
looking at it
like a
like,
person that learns from history. Or I'm the kind of person like, if this happened to four people and I'm the fifth person that it could happen to, I don't I would think it could happen to me too. Like, I'm not going to be the person who be like, oh, it happened to them. That it's not going to happen to me. I actually feel like,
right.
oh no, I'm not going to. Even though that's a very good point though. Like, you know what I mean? It may not happen to me, but I feel like I think I'm gonna err on the side of caution. Cause I feel like every time I try to do something bad or wrong, I get caught. It's that stoplight that everybody run through and don't get a ticket. The
Mhm.
moment I do it, I'm gonna get a ticket. So it's just like it just never works for me. So that's why I just try to like, let me just try to
Yeah.
let me just do the good thing. I don't want to say good or bad, but you know what I mean? Let me just try to,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like I said, we can learn from, like you say, learn from other, like she's saying, learn from others' experience and mistakes. Like, dang, okay, you did this wrong. All right, if we do the same thing, but you did this part wrong, maybe I can just eliminate that situation, that part, and keep, you know what I'm saying? And
hmm
like, I mean, like, I like what Britt is saying. I mean, we're supposed to learn from experience. Don't take it as law. Facts. Like, learn from what somebody, like I'm saying, you write books, you got your, everything, your business is going. I'm pretty
hmm
sure you looked on YouTube or whatever the case is, and you saw somebody said, I failed at this. All right, you failed at this. I know not to fail at this, but dang, I went through it. But I know now now I know how not to fail at it.
Very
You know
true.
what I'm saying? You
hmm
gotta go through it, but you can maneuver around like, all right, this is that. You know?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good example. Like, I may see something that's like, I tried to put my book on Amazon, but it didn't sell. Just because it didn't sell for you don't mean that I shouldn't put my book on Amazon either. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
know what I'm saying?
it may not, but I'm still gonna do it too and
Yeah.
just
In
yeah.
reality, your book,
Yeah.
like I said, their book might not sell, but they don't have what you have. You gotta think about this, right? Let's
hmm
say you're in the kitchen. All five chefs is making spaghetti, right?
hmm
Somebody's dish ain't gonna be the same as yours. You might put sugar in your spaghetti. They might put, you know what I'm saying, sea salt, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hmm
a whole bunch of chefs in one kitchen, but everybody gonna have a different taste at the end of the day. Your marketing might be better than that girl's marketing over there. You know what I'm saying? Your brand might be stronger to the point where you can sell and she can't.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, just put it up there and try. Just go try it and see what happens. If you get 5 sales, you got 5 more sales than she did. You
Yeah.
know,
Yes.
Britt said it was honest, but it was hurtful to hear. I get it for sure, and I think it was hurtful to hear because I'm not speaking for women, but I feel like most women have went through what she went through. So once they talked about it,
mm.
it was like, dang, sis, I feel you. I'm relatable to what you saying. Versus us
Mm.
dudes, we heard what he was saying, we just like, yeah, bro,
Kept it real.
get you. You right, my dog.
uh-huh.
But a lot of females felt her pain, and I'm just like, I get it though. I'm learning that.
Interesting.
I'm learning that. I get it.
I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
When the only reason why I'm talking about it is because somebody brought it up to me. My friend brought it up to me because this is just me, but I've been felt like Yandy and Mendeecees weren't a match. Like I
Mhm.
said it in my live the other time, I feel like Yandy was the girl next door kind of girl,
Right.
and like Mendeecees was like the around the way kind of boy. And I really feel like their energy wasn't the same. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like them as a couple. I like them both individually, but I don't like them together. So I kind of, to me, him saying that didn't surprise me because I already felt like she was more invested than he was. And that was just my thing. So I just,
But hear what you said though. But think about what you said. You didn't like them as a couple. And
hmm
then you didn't. I guarantee you there's 5 to 7 people that like them as a couple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not saying you wrong, but I just feel like certain people have certain opinions. I feel like, okay, if I don't like them as a couple, then y'all shouldn't like them as a couple. You know what I'm saying? And we living in a cycle where it's like, if I don't like it, then I guarantee you everybody else don't like it. When in reality, there's people that probably was like, you know what? I'm on Mendeecees' side. I wouldn't do this. Or I'm on Yandy's side. I wouldn't do this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, is literally what we're seeing. We don't know them. We don't know what they're doing right now at 4:09 p.m. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, okay, we get it. That's why, I just I just say, don't judge other people's opinions. But from the outside looking in, yeah, it's like, yo, you seem like the type of girl that, I'm cool with, but he seems like a nut. So I don't think you want to deal with that. You need a guy that's like a blue collar dude that got a 9 to 5 or something.
Yes, that's kind
More
of. I
custom.
feel like Yandy should be with like a music executive, kind of like her. That's in the same kind. That's moving in the same way as her. That's just my thing. They say opposites attract, but people that are alike stay together longer because we
Yeah.
see things the same way. So
Can
that
also
was just
be,
my only thing.
here's a
Huh?
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be bad?
Opposites attracting.
No, not opposites, like being the same. Do you think that could be bad in some way? Like you are like the person you're dealing with so much to the point it's like, yo, I'm dating myself and I don't really like this. I need some type of excitement to me.
Not really, because I sometimes wish it was two of me. I would be my own best friend. So I think I kind of would like somebody like me, like
Mm,
in another form. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, it just like okay, Bible. Remember how the scriptures say one could chase 1,000 and two could put like 10,000 a flight. Like so, if we in this
yeah.
together, we really making moves because we on the same mind frame. Like yeah, let's go get it.
Uh-huh.
But if like you think one way and I think another is kind of hard, like the unequally yoked kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
moving in two different directions, so we not getting stuff done.
yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
we need to be on the same page here as we move to one goal. So I
Yeah,
don't know. I like people that are like me. You know what I mean? That's how come we get along. Like we're in the same kind of field. Like we're branded. Like it just
yeah.
is what it is.
Easy.
So it just makes things better when like you were kind of similar. You can Everybody is different, so we can be similar, but at the same time it's still going to be differences because we didn't grow up the same, we didn't have the same upbringing, like we didn't go to the same school, it's still going to be differences
I can learn
even
stuff
with
from you
people
and you
that
can
are
learn stuff
alike.
from me.
Say it again.
I said I can learn stuff from you and you can learn stuff from me. You
Regardless, yeah,
see
even though we could be like similar, born on the same day and live in the same town or something,
what I mean?
but still is going to be some differences. So okay, piggybacking off of what Brittany had just said about the honesty part, because I wanted to ask, is there such a thing as being too honest with your partner? Like, we respect his honesty, but don't you think it's being a little too honest? Like, is there such thing as being too honest? Because I
Put it
felt
like
like,
this. If your partner and y'all have been dealing with each other for a very long time to the point where y'all could talk about anything in the world,
mm-hmm,
there's no such thing as being too honest. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, but if you with your partner and there's something they're real iffy about it, then yeah, it's being too honest because they ain't gonna know how to handle it.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? But if you with that partner and you like, yo, we could talk about here to aliens. All right, yeah, boom, and then talk about anything. But no, there ain't no such thing as being too honest. It's not. If you get the right partner.
okay. Is there such thing as being too honest in front of people? I guess that's the thing I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
y'all was on national TV, you could at least lie for the cameras, or like, yeah, babe, like, yeah, I'm gonna hold you down. I'm gonna be there for you. And then maybe later on, like, yeah, I don't want to embarrass you. So, like, maybe pull her to the side later on because obviously in that moment, you can see her hurt. So it's
Right.
almost like I wish he would have spoke up then. Like, oh, babe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Like, well, I'm just being honest. I don't know what I would do, but I hope I could hold you down if the shoe was on the other foot. And I
Mm.
felt like he didn't even say that. It's just like, dang, you just gonna have your girl out here looking crazy, crying. It's
But
like,
you gotta think though. His like I said, I don't know his character person, so I can't say nothing bad. But his character really might be he's just a super honest person anywhere at any time. So that's what happened. Versus like you said, he could have lied for the camera and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna hold you down." Now everybody would look at him like, you holding your shoulder down. This and this. And then as soon as something go down, let's say they put it on the internet. Yeah, I knew he was fake, and I knew he was. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no way in the
Yeah.
world to come to real life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You say it's just hard for a man to do that for years on end in general, at least without conjugal visits. Tell me I'm lying. Hey, man, I
Yeah.
think you're a little bit right on that one.
Say it again.
I think you're a little bit right on that one. It's hard for a man
Yeah.
to do that for years on end, generally
And that's
telling.
what they were saying. You know, they just put Papoose on this pedestal. Like, that's why Papoose is a real one. He did it for Remy. But I think they said they did have like visits or whatever because they were married or whatever.
Yeah,
So you didn't hear anything about Papoose. But I also like to think that he liked Remy. He loved Remy so much that he didn't see it for nobody else. That's how come I really feel like men will hold their girl down in the same situation if that's their dream
let me
girl,
be
if
honest.
that's the girl they really see it for.
Just gonna be
Because you
honest.
know, guys do crazy things for love. Women and men both do these things for love when they really love a person. So I just kind of feel like he just didn't like Yandy like that.
It's crazy you saying that because that's exactly what me and my friend is. That's crazy you say that because that's applying to my real life right now. That's the crazy you say that. Like me,
Really?
yeah, it's applying to my
Had
real life.
them rewatch this.
Long
It's
story.
like, no.
But no, like, no, dude, like when they had this meme going around, like dudes will know within 6 to a year, will they know like what type of girl they want or whoever they want to marry? I wouldn't say
Mhm.
6 to a year, but trust me, when we know that this is the one we want, I promise, I'm telling you, like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say high value man because then come to Kevin saying we ain't gonna say that. But a man
Mhm.
that secure with himself, with God, and whatever else how he moves, trust me, we know. Don't let nobody tell you different. Once you find the right guy that's confident and he's spiritually right with God or however he moves, I'm telling you, we know what woman we want to marry. I'm telling you this for a fact.
I believe it. It won't be no second guessing. Y'all waiting 10, 15 years down the line and still trying to figure out. I believe it. Because I was reading this blog and the guy was saying, like, when guys see that new pair of Jordans in the store, they don't
Mhm.
put them back on the shelf and oh, I'm going to come back and get them later. No, they buy them because them Jordans are must haves. You
Yeah.
are just a have. You're not a must have to him. Because if you're a must have, he going to lock you down quick. Because he just
You
like,
want
dang, I
to
don't want
go
nobody
shop.
else
We're
to
gonna look
have her.
at you. We're gonna look at you and
Huh?
call it a day. We're gonna
It,
look at you and call it a day. We ain't gonna pick you up off the shelf, go purchase, and take you with us. We're just gonna be like, all right, it is what it is. So that's a fact. And as far like I said, Pat Poose, I'm sure he definitely knew Remy was the one for him, but he went through what he went through, but he's still a public figure, quote unquote.
mhm.
So, not saying business wise, but in the public eye, his fan base is rappers or positive, whatever his fan base is, that's who he has to stick to. Whereas Mendeecees, he's been locked up for what? I don't know how long, 3, 4 years. How long he been locked up for? He's just coming home and he's still just adjusting to life, even though he's been home for like maybe a year or some change, but he's adjusting to whatever's going on. And it's like, yo, shorty, this is how I really feel like. What tripped me out when dude was like, you ain't sending me emails. My man, she was on the phone with you every day. Whether my girl sending me emails or on the phone. I'm not tripping. Then he got mad. He was like, yo, but you was on the taking pictures and dancing and doing yada yada yada, but you ain't have time to send an email. First off, that's production. Because realistically, most people should know reality TV is not reality TV. We know
Mhm.
that. There's no possible way you can argue with your chick and then all of a sudden put, but you was doing this, but you was doing that. You wouldn't say that in real life.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think about that. You had to put that in there that she was dancing and partying. You know what I'm saying? And so I just mute, like I feel y'all on that part, man. Dickies did kind of draw, like, bro, she contacted me. There's women out there that wish a dude would contact them. You know what I'm saying? And vice
Mhm.
versa. So it's like, I get you. I mean, Mitchell has said my ingredients are different. They have the same look, but it's definitely a different taste. Ah, smart one there. I see you. This is dope. Like I just feel like with this whole thing, it's just like, yo, this should be a lesson to us all that
That's what it is. I feel like we're not talking about them, but we're like learning and extracting what we can from the situation. You know what I mean? Like even when I watch reality TV, it's more so about like learning because we're not all that different. If you was to put my life on the spotlight, y'all probably could say, "Oh, Sanquetta should have did X, Y, and Z," or she, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. We're all in this life together trying to learn or whatever. So why not learn from one another? They
Mm-hmm.
just so happen to be in the spotlight, so everything is on them. But like I said, if you put a production crew behind me, you probably see some stuff too. you know.
I'm saying, and you gotta
So.
think about it. That show is couples retreat. Let's say is what? Let's say it's an hour. You know what I'm saying? But you got 4 or 5 months worth of footage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what they talked about when the camera wasn't on. You know? Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely go get Sanquetta's book too. I ain't even peep. Yeah,
Thank you,
there.
Brittany.
It's
It's
fire.
somewhere around here. Oh yeah, here it is.
She got a book.
It's
Fuck
right
that.
here. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's on pre-order now, guys, on Amazon. Here's another prize. You are how to flip the script, regain your power, and live life on your terms. So it's a girl book about regaining your confidence, putting your best self out there, loving yourself, knowing what you bring to the table, knowing that you are the table. When somebody asks you what you bring to the table, I'm the table. I make this thing go around. So that's what I kind of want to put in my homegirls' ears to always remember that, like, dominate this thing. So thanks for the shout out, Brittany.
I actually have a question for you regarding that book and that title. And now I'm not coming at women. I hope women don't get mad at me when they see it when I say this. You know what I'm saying? But how you said, which is he is the prize. What is it? What's it doing? He's not the prize, you are, right?
Yeah.
Who is
Here we go.
trying to figure out how to answer that question? Is that not directed toward anybody, but like when women say that, is that to down? I don't really care because I know where I'm at. I stand in life, but is that to not downgrade men? But it's like he's he's not the prize. Like,
oh no, it's more so it's for the women that put men on a pedestal and forget about themselves.
All right,
So it's more so from that perspective, like, you jumping up and down, twisting yourself into a pretzel to please him when he's not the like you are the good thing. You're the favor. Remember how the Bible say, like, the man that finds a wife finds a good. You're the good thing, so you don't have to like do somersaults. You don't have to cook every day, and you know what I mean. If you're not married, and that's a different discussion because but you don't have to perform to get any attention or to be looked at as a high value woman. You know what I mean. You don't have to. Like you was talking about Kevin Samuels, you don't have to be this way, look that way, be this age to have no kids. No, like you are the prize. Like,
so it's more so about inner confidence, technically.
there you go. Yes, it has nothing to do with men. The problem is I wrote it for the girl that kind of put the man too much up there. Like they see the man as like more than, and we're all important and God's creatures. But you shouldn't esteem someone so much that you like downgrade yourself. You forget your power. So that's really where the book comes from. It's nothing about, because once you get your power back, you'll be able to attract like a good quality man. That's what I believe.
All right, because I'm not knocking that book because I'm gonna definitely grab for sure. I just had to ask. I had to ask somebody because it was like, because I see that all the time. I'm the prize.
Really?
That like I see that phrase a lot. So I had to ask a woman, like, are you trying to say like we ain't? Because they got the argument. What about us? What about? But now that you saying is now I'm relating it to confidence. Like you could lose confidence in dating somebody. Like I don't feel so confident because I done lost myself. Oh, shorty, you just had this. Get out that mode. Get back in your 1-2. So I get it. All right.
There you go. Yes, I'm gonna have to like use this as a soundbite to promote the book because you get it. There we go.
Whatever you know how to do it, do it. Here she goes. There's something called the art of delivery. I'm a very honest person, but I put things in a way an individual can receive it the best. Exactly. But basically, you're putting things together, and that's what a lot of people don't do. And that's why I like Britt. Britt that makes a good point because basically what she's saying is she's telling the truth, but she's doing it so relatable to the person that she's speaking to. The person's life. So it's like, so it doesn't sound like it hurts you. It's like, all right, let me fix this.
Right.
It's like, oh, yo, you got, instead of them saying, you're not this, you're not this. No, this is how I do things. Maybe you should see it like this. And a person that's secure with themselves will take what somebody else is saying and apply it to their life and fix it. And a lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, Mendeecees and Yandy, hypothetically, I guarantee you, if outside of this, they talk a certain way, they could fix everything. It ain't this. It's not nothing. Honestly, I'm pretty sure they've been through stuff, but nothing is. If you got God in your life and how you move, nothing is hard to fix.
Yeah. And that's what relationships are about, ups and downs. You know what I mean? I kind of felt the same way. I'm like, oh, they'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, what can she do? But
yeah.
I agree also with Bree when she said it's about your delivery. It's kind of like, I feel like I read this somewhere. You know how little kids, when they're in kindergarten, they draw stuff and like it'd be a bunch of scribble scrabbles
Facts.
and they show it to their mom. The mom don't be like, what in the world is that? The mom be like, oh
They know
my
what it
gosh, that's
is.
the most beautiful picture I ever seen. Like, you're not gonna tear the child down. So that's kind of what it's about with delivery. If that's your partner, then I'm in this not to tear you down. Like, we in this together. Like, I see you as me. Disrespecting you is like disrespecting myself. So I am going to be cautious on how I say things to you or whatever. So that was my only thing. I feel like, dang, it's like he didn't protect her feelings. Like, yeah,
Yeah, and you got
like,
you in front of all them people. I mean, and
yeah.
that's only what 4 minutes and 21 seconds of. You know what I'm saying? Like on Twitter it was like 4 minutes and 21 seconds. But if
Mm-hmm.
you watch the whole episode, it ain't just that. He's literally sitting down with Delicious. Matter of fact, I met her by the way. She's cool. He's
Oh.
sitting down with what's the dude's name? Not Delicious, his husband. He came home from jail. I think he was
Oh,
part of the
Raymond.
yeah. He's sitting down with them and they talking about jail and what's going on. So I'm like, and once he's actually explaining the whole situation before this happens, I'm like, I get it, but people ain't watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying people aren't, everybody wants a backstory. When you get a backstory, you're not gonna listen to it anyway. You just want to find out what the reason is, and you still going, you know what I'm saying? People don't
Mm-hmm.
people
Have your
just
own conclusion.
yeah, people like, oh yeah, you did this. All right, bet. Cool. What's the backstory? Does this matter? This don't matter, bro. You're not don't, you know what I'm saying? In fact, something are discussed better in private. But unfortunately, you on the internet in front of all these people. For what? I don't know.
Well, I agree with that too, because I remember seeing that as well. You know how the old people tell you don't have arguments in front of people. I feel like they kind of say it to us women, like, don't disrespect your man in public, don't curse him out, don't do this, don't emasculate him in public, don't do none of that stuff. And that's kind of how I felt about Yandy and Mendeecees. Like, he could have, like, maybe yes, the conversation should have hadn't been discussed in private, and I also feel like he could have, like, again, protect her feelings and like just said it in a different kind of way. I don't I, I don't I
So
don't
here's a
know.
question, right? Let's just say he really did protect her feelings for the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
He protected her feelings for the world when in reality, that's not what's happening. You know what I'm saying, I'm not saying him, but he might be a reality person. Like he really lived like this. Like, let's not fake for these cameras. I don't know if I'm holding down or not. She might be like, what are you doing? You're supposed to say you would. I'm not about to fake 3 million people. You know what I'm saying? Because now when he goes home, maybe his morals is probably like, I really just sold my soul, aka lied for
Okay.
people out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what some people aren't thinking. They're probably like, he really, really might be like that because he really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When she was like, dang, you really don't, like, you really, I thought she was going to say yeah, so we can look good. Listen, y'all got kids together, y'all are married, he came home, y'all are excited. But you got to think, when he came home, she was on the internet excited. Oh my God, my man's home. And then this happened. Now she like, now you making me look crazy. First off, time out. You knew I was a realist when you met me. I mean, that's what people forget. People forget that they think you're supposed to change. You're like, oh yeah, all right, well now we're together, you can't be who you were. Why? Ain't that what you wanted me for? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would think, you know?
Yeah, now that we're talking about it more, I kind of feel like it was good that he told the truth because that's how he felt. You know what I mean? You can't not respect his truth. That's his truth. So in a way, I guess it was good that he told her the truth. Like, now she knows what it is.
Yeah, because you know why? Because nowadays people love to say, live your truth, live your truth. No. You want people to live the truth that you think is the truth. That's what you
Mm-hmm.
want people to live. But then when they tell the real truth, oh yo, you're tripping, you're this, you're that. All right, bro. You know what? I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I'm just you right. I'm gonna lie all day. Like I could sit here on here and lie about 5 different things, and I guarantee somebody's gonna believe that. Something out of those 5, somebody's gonna believe it. Because
Mhm.
people don't use this. They use this. This is their source of life right here.
You got that right. I got mine right here. I take it everywhere. So, and it's kind of
Yeah.
sad. I should be taking my Bible everywhere, but work in progress. So Remy would lay pause. Yeah. But he loves her unconditional. That's my thing too. Remy is a woman that I feel like you have no choice but to respect. Like you gonna give her that energy. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like she's not gonna be the type of woman that's just gonna let you disrespect her. And that's why she got a papoose. You see what I mean? Like to me, see, that's why I feel like you have to be like that kind of woman that a man has no choice but to respect. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he gonna give you that energy back. So to me, Papoose, he's a good guy, but at the end of the day, he's not that special. I feel like Remy probably maybe like brought that side out of him because she's an extraordinary woman. He's an extraordinary man too. But I just want women to realize I do think men will hold women down, but you just have to be that kind of woman that inspires that kind of feeling
Yeah.
within the man to do that for you. And that just may not be, you may not be with the man that would do that for you, but that does not mean that he doesn't exist. Like that's my thing. He's out there for you, but he's waiting for you to be the best version of yourself, you know? And he
God,
will do it.
this is right. That's facts though, but that's true. And believe it or not, I'm telling you, when you find the right person, for me, I know when I find the right person, everything is about to change. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it has a little bit, but in a far different way. Well, it's true when people say when you get the right person, yeah, it'll change you for good. It ain't gonna change you for good. It'll change you. I'm telling you. I mean, a lot of
Yes.
people be like, "Oh yeah, I deal with this person," but would he do this for you? Would he? Probably not, because like you said, you might not be the right person, or you don't know what buttons to push to bring it out of a person.
Mm-hmm.
You say everybody's the same. You just got to talk to them. Everybody's the same. Just talk to them different.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Give them something relatable, like, "Yo, all right, this what happened. Oh, this is relatable in life." You know what I'm saying? She right.
Mm-hmm.
She say, yes, you have to honestly ask yourself if you are have or must have. Put that on a shirt or something. She told
Mm-hmm.
you to put that on a shirt. You gotta get you a shirt, man.
Yeah, well, I can't take the credit. Like I said, it comes from this blogger that I used to. I still watch his read his stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and he had a blog called "Black Girls Are Easy," and don't let the title like throw you off. It's like a tongue in cheek kind of saying like black girls are easy to love. Black girls are easy to not black girls are easy in that kind of way, but
Mhm.
because he said most of the time black women get that kind of stereotype, like they're hard, they're mean, they're this. Well, no, black girls are, we cool, like they're easy to, they're this. So he just said that, you know what I mean? He's like, sometimes that's what it is. As a woman, you're just a have, but those shoes are must haves. But you be a must have kind of woman,
Yeah.
and he'll take you off the shelf, metaphorically, that is.
Yeah. I'm telling you, guys know what a must have, like a secure, confident man. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
from me, that's what we know what a must have woman is. I'm telling you, we know what a must have woman is. Don't let this internet fool you. We know.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She said, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That's facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But prepare yourself to be the good thing when he finds you.
There you go. And I remember someone broke it down like, how could she be a wife if she's not married? Right? He
Right?
said the scripture says finds a wife, finds a good thing. So that means she's not married. But it means that she was already a wife
Mm-hmm.
in waiting. And like you said, a wife in mindset. You know what I mean? Like the energy is different between like a wife and a girlfriend or a
Mm-hmm.
wife and a
Yeah, we
different
know.
kind of it's levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be a wife in waiting and not be officially married or whatever. So yes, it's just a difference in how you walk and how you talk, how you think, and
I
all
had
those
I
good
had a
things.
homie, she would tell me all the time, I'm gonna be a wife, I'm gonna be a wife. 2, 3 months, you know what I mean? She about to, she got a little situation going on. I'm like, oh, that's lit.
Oh, she
But
spoke it into existence.
that's what I'm saying though. The more things she kept speaking, she just kept preparing herself. She got right with God.
Mm.
All right, God, this is what I want to be. Teach me how to be this. Once God taught her how to be that and she's straight and she stayed how she stayed, homie, hey, yo, let's make this shape. I'm like, that's the realest thing you can ever say to somebody.
Wow. I might have to have her on the podcast next.
I mean,
Yep.
everybody be like, "What's the Sierra prayer? What's the prayer?" It ain't no prayer. It's you. If you as a person,
Speak
how
on
it's
it.
gonna work in your life. It ain't no prayer. It's just the internet. The internet make things sound cool.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
But you
saying?
know what? People are also looking. Women. Some women are looking for an easy way out. They think you could just say some words and then the man gonna appear. No, this ain't no magic.
Yeah,
This is like you
right.
said, some inner stuff you have to do, some healing you have to get. Like it's a process in this. It's not no overnight kind of thing. You
Like,
can't buy no husband. It's not a husband in a bottle. That's not what we selling.
yeah,
Like it's you, you first. Because I remember hearing some ladies say that when she got married, she realized that like God was holding her accountable for her husband as well. Like she seen that her husband was an assignment, and like this was God's son, not only
yeah.
her husband, but God's son. So you know what I mean? That made her treat him differently. You know, like I got to do right by this man. I never heard it in that kind of way. You know, so just like God not just gonna give you to anybody, He not gonna give one of His sons just to anybody either. You know, He
No,
gonna want His son to be treated right too. So
and that's what
they're
people
out there,
don't
but you just
know.
gotta be. Say it again.
That's what people don't know. Like, and that's why I
Yeah.
tell people I'm not knocking the females and none of that, but it's like you got to think. It's a difference between being a son of the world and being a son of God. When you become a son of God, He gonna make sure you good. He gonna make sure you get a wife that really is gonna complement your lifestyle. Same thing with a woman. Once you get the right
Mm-hmm.
man, you gonna know. And people be like, "Oh yeah, I've been with this girl, this whoever for like 10+ years. I've known her for 8, whatever." That's because she got right.
Mm-hmm.
When a woman sit here and say, "I want to be a wife, I want to be this," she gonna take them steps. When you said you wanted to make that book, you figured out how to make that book. You
Take them
understand?
steps. Yes,
Take them
you
steps.
are
When
right.
you say, "I want to be a wife," you're gonna be a wife. And I
Mm-hmm.
think she say, "I can help but wonder if she in that moment regretted going as hard as she did for all those years."
That's
Mm,
interesting, right?
mm. I mean, that's a good question. I
I
don't know.
hope
Maybe
she not. Huh?
I don't know. I mean, regretting things nowadays to me is just like, "Oh, I regret doing this. I should have did this." You didn't. So what you gonna do now?
Yeah. And I feel like that's what I was saying in the beginning. Don't do nothing for nobody that and expect them to do it for your return. Just do it out the kindness of your heart.
Thank God you understand this. You understand this. Thank God.
Because
Oh,
sometimes you feel that way too. Like, and not in that, I'm gonna give a lot like a normal, similar, everyday, like kind of example. You may lend somebody money, and then you need money, and you let that person know, but they not offering you no money. You just like, dang, I offered them money. They can't do it for me, but it is what it is. You gotta make sure, like when you loan the money, that's it. You know what I mean? Don't expect the blessing to come back to you from that same hand. It may be somebody else, and maybe somebody on the street, maybe somebody when you go to the grocery store that will help you out, or when you walk into the CVS, it may not come from that same person that you gave it to.
I
So
mean,
it's almost like that's the thing. Like just do whatever you want to do for somebody with no expectations. It's kind of hard to say. It's sad to say that, but it
I
is what
tell
it
my
is.
folks that. I tell my folks that all the time. Let's be realistic. Like, all right, boom. Like you said, the money situation. Boom. Might lend you money. Dang, I ain't getting no my money back. But mess around, and the same person you lend money to might say, "Yo, I got a brand opportunity for you that's gonna pay you 3 grand." I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
they lent you $20. You you about to get mad because you about to make 3 grand and you ain't get your $20 back. Nah, bro. I'm taking that 3 grand because that's way more than $20. And people don't understand that you have to literally. That's why when I do things, not even got the comments in my heart because God, that's what I do. That's what God put me on this earth to do. And I understand it. A lot of people don't understand their purpose and their mission. They just think, "Oh, I'm on the earth to do this." Bro,
Live and have fun.
get right. I'm telling you, get right with God. Whoever watching this, get right the right way. I'm telling you, your purpose is going to change 1,000% to the point your life is going to be chill. Like you think life is cool now because you got a crib, a car, a house, whatever you got, and a girl, or you doing what you're doing. All right. Get right with God, you about to have 10 times more of that. I'm telling you this for a fact.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Where I'm
that's
from,
true.
yeah, man, trust me, you'll get it. People gonna learn though. We ain't gonna do
Exactly.
too much because it's a Sunday, but you know how it go.
No, they gonna learn once they see that favor showing up on you. They gonna ask, "Well, what did you do?" Sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes people may not read. I heard that some people may not read the Bible, but they looking at your life. Like you may be the only Bible that they see, like how
Mm-hmm.
you live your life. So once the favor starts showing up on you, that's when you can be a testimony. Like,
Just tell
oh,
them
you want to know how I got this? I read this scripture. You know what I mean? I meditated on this scripture. I did this. I had this conversation. You know what I mean? So you can be a testimony that way.
mm-hmm.
So, that's what I kind of tell myself.
Back to life.
so, so Bree said something else. You want to read it?
She say no shortcuts. Women have to learn how to be the wife, and then if that's the goal, deal with men who are learning and working to be a husband. The
Mhm.
girlfriend boyfriend mindset is different from dating with intention. Shout out, Bree. We going far
Right.
in life. You going far in life. I don't know where you going, but you going somewhere far.
Yeah, right. Can I start this? Yeah.
That makes so much sense. That's exactly.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? I was talking to my homegirl, like, I'm trying to be a husband for a certain situation. You know what I mean? I had a situation I was trying to be a husband for, and she was like, God ain't, listen, God ain't gonna let you have that. If you saying you want to be this, you got to be this. So when you get that, you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Like, you got to learn how to be, because granted, every girl want to be a wife, but if you women want to be a wife, but if you really think about being a wife and a husband, that's way, like she's saying, that's way different from being a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a wife, and a husband.
Yeah.
Is like, outside of kids, that's like you being with them for, my parents been together for 20 plus years,
Oh
married, I
wow.
should say. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's a whole different ball game. It ain't just girlfriend, boyfriend. Oh, I'm mad at you. I'm not gonna talk to you for a day. I'm gonna cut you off and go hang out with my homegirls. No, if you married, you ain't going nowhere. We in this house. You want
Yeah.
to figure something out. You can be
Well,
mad at me and sit in the other room, but I'm gonna offer you spaghetti at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. We in this for life. That's true. I'm glad you said that because I feel like I learned that you can't run away from your problems. Like I could do that now because I'm single. I just be like, I don't need this. I can leave. But I just thought like you ain't gonna be able to do that when you marry. So you got to deal with the problems. Like deal with them. Don't run away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a runner. She's a track star. She with your guitar. Now I know what that song kind of means. Like I seen it in people's like TikToks and stuff. But then when I think about it, I'm like. That's probably what they're talking about.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I'm 30 years old, so I know I've been through as much as I could be through. I know what's
So I'm
up.
trying to say 30. You making it seem like 30 is so like
It
a bunch
sound
of
old
stuff.
though. I'm just saying. Wait till you turn 40, 35, 40. Then it's like, dang, bro.
Yeah, because that's what I guess I say that because you like older people, you talk to them and they be like, "Oh, 30, you a baby, you still young." Like you know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh, really? I thought I was old." But like hearing older people say like, "Oh, you still young.
Wait till
You
you
don't
get
know
50,
nothing."
60. Then you old. All right, I got
hmm
30 more years left then. So I'm all right. I'm cool. I can kick it till I'm 60.
When you're that age, you're seasoned. I don't like calling old people old people. I'll be like, "You're just seasoned."
Yeah, facts, bro.
Got a little flavor. You know about
Man,
life. You know some things. But we know some things too, up into what we know. You know what I mean? Being a millennial.
we
This
know
just
that.
not easy. We like right. It's not easy. Dating for us is not like the olden days. You know, we got like different things we got to deal with.
When one
It's
is
not easy.
there, another is there. You know what I'm
Huh?
saying? When I said when one ain't there, you got two more on your Twitter. You got two more on your Instagram. Like,
You're right. They don't get that. They don't understand the social media part about dating and they just don't understand. We got different temptations nowadays. But all right, Isaiah, was there any last final parting thoughts? We done made it to an hour and 8 minutes. Damn, we mean to keep you on for longer than an hour. But we really had a really good discussion and we had
hey,
to like put some stuff out there. So
I just want everybody that's watching this to go grab Cinquetta's book. I don't care about nothing else. Don't worry about me. Go grab her book.
oh,
All
thank
the ladies
you.
go grab the
Far too
book.
kind.
Go grab the book. You know what I'm saying, I'm gonna grab the book. I'm not telling you this for the show. I'm really gonna grab the book because you owe me a book. So you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I owe you my first book, The Master
Yeah,
Reset. Where's that at?
I
Oh
need
no, I
all
don't
these
got that
books.
near me. But the second book is out on pre-order. But yeah, my first book, The Master Reset. Oh wait, I think I can show y'all. It's on my wall. You see? Up there it
Oh wow,
is.
yeah, I see. Oh, that's fire.
That's the
That's
cover,
fire.
guys.
That's fire. Make sure you grab it. Make sure y'all read it too. Don't get it just to get it. Read it.
Yeah, I would
Another thing.
appreciate that. And leave a review if you like it.
Yeah, reviews help people go back and check stuff out, and it be lit. So go get my dog book. I mean, get her the New York best time. Was it New York
Best
best?
selling.
Yeah, bestseller. I mean, she gonna be that within like a year. I mean, so
Yay.
make sure you go grab that. Do that for
Aw.
me. I mean, do that for her and all her friends and her family, so she can have millions and millions for her future kids and whatnot.
Thank
You
you,
know what I mean?
Isaiah. Thank you for the shout out. And yes, work with my peoples too. You know, you and Brittany really helped me with my branding. I wish I have like my whiteboard right there, and I
Yeah.
had like branding photo shoot on it for the longest. So I was just glad that I was able to work with you too to
Sure.
bring my pictures. I got another thing to show y'all too.
I'm with it.
I can't turn my camera all the way over there, but I got something else to show y'all too.
I got you.
But
Take this from the tonight. Check out.
yeah, so guys, if y'all need like a good photographer, hit up Brittany. And if you need a good videographer, I feel like I can't say
Yeah,
that word really
all
good.
that.
Hit
I
up
got you.
Isaiah.
Behind the scenes, I make you look great.
Yes. It didn't even inspire my family. My mom was like, yup, you motivated me to do a photo shoot. So I may have some other people coming your way already.
Yeah,
So
get with us. We do what we do.
yes. All right, guys. Well, thank you again, Isaiah, for joining me on Sis It's Just Not God's Best for You. So Actualize and Shine podcast. And we are heading out. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome, Brittany. Have a good one, guys. See ya.